Türkiye olarak müzakereleri desteklemeyi sürdüreceğiz.
As Turkey, we will continue to support the negotiations. Today, with my esteemed counterpart, we also discussed the latest developments in Gaza. Netanyahu is apparently looking for an excuse to violate the ceasefire and restart the genocide before the eyes of the entire world. For the preservation of the hope for lasting peace and the establishment of regional security, it is essential that Israel adhere to the ceasefire. By signing the Sharm el-Sheikh Declaration, Turkey has taken on an important responsibility. Today, we are striving to make the ceasefire permanent in close contact and coordination with all relevant countries. We are striving to make it permanent. It is important in this respect that the international community sends the necessary messages to Israel. Our humanitarian aid to Gaza also continues uninterrupted. Our ministry, the Ministry of Health, AFAD and Red Crescent officials are conducting our relief efforts. Our humanitarian aid ship carrying 900 tons of supplies reached the port of El Arish on October 17. Subsequent humanitarian aid. The preparations for the expedition will also hopefully be completed soon. In addition, we have already mobilized all our resources to bring our Palestinian brothers and sisters to our country for treatment. Gaza's reconstruction. We will continue to do our best for its reconstruction. We believe that through patience and solidarity, Gaza will rise again. Dear friends, today we also briefly addressed Syria. We continue to support the establishment of peace, tranquility, and stability in Syria. We are conducting concrete projects in areas such as transportation, health, and energy. Of course, sustainable development will be possible by ensuring the necessary security conditions. For this, it is essential to fully and completely implement the March 10 agreement, which is important for Syria's territorial integrity and unity.
On the eastern flank, Turkey plays a great role. From the next year, Turkey is holding the air police mission in Estonia about fighter jets. So this is a very practical collaboration, and we value that a lot. As well, on defense industry level, Estonia is waging the largest procurements for defense with Turkey, because Turkey is the most reliable and trustful partner for us. We have been supporting the resolutions on the United Nations levels about Palestine, and as well two-state conference what we hold together in New York, and we joined this declaration. And Estonia is giving the humanitarian support using UNRWA and some other organizations, because the humanitarian situation in Gaza is really catastrophic, and we need to push Israel as well to move forward with these peace efforts, which is led by President Trump, but also other countries as Turkey. We need to find the way out from this situation, which is it's not very easy way. If we are talking about the security guarantees for Ukraine, Estonia has been and will be as well very clear about the security guarantees in the future for Ukraine. It will be the NATO membership, but before that, we need to push Putin to the position that the real peace talks would start, at least the ceasefire, and then we must be ready as well to offer the real working security guarantees. The coalition of the willing is working with that, and Estonia was the first country who announced the readiness to participate in the security guarantees with our military troops, boots on the ground, if there is conditions will come. Thank you. As I said before, the long-term goal is for Turkey as well to join the European Union, but this is a long way to go. But at least let's sit together again around the table and let's talk about these goals. But now, more practically, if we're talking about the SAFE mechanism and also the next MFF, I mean the next European Union budget, so Estonia is very clear on that Turkey must be part of that. We must open the SAFE program for Turkey and also the countries outside from European Union. So why is the question? Because we are very practical a nation. We are now increasing heavily the investments to defense. Also, we need this cooperation outside from European Union as well. So we need this cooperation with reliable and trustful partners. And Turkey is a big and a powerful country in the region. So for European Union, it would be a mistake not to open the SAFE and the other programs to Turkey because we have the same goals. We have the same goals to increase our capabilities for defense. We have the same goal to secure our regions and this part of the world.
Şansölye Merz de Almanya'nın, Türkiye'nin Avrupa Birliği...
Chancellor Merz has expressed Germany's positive view and support regarding Turkey's EU membership. In my opinion, this is valuable. What can be done next? It is quite important to initiate high-level contacts and activate mechanisms that have been frozen for quite some time. These are, of course, issues related to membership. As we move towards membership, there are some issues that need to be addressed in the meantime. These include visa liberalization, the updating of the customs union, and a few other technical issues. Dear friends, do we have concerns about maintaining the ceasefire that was achieved with really intense effort and labor? Yes, we do. Especially with the Netanyahu government in Israel. We see that certain circles are working seriously for this ceasefire and peace agreement, which will hinder the ultimate goals of the Netanyahu government to continue on fragile ground. Our diplomats are in an intense working mode. Our soldiers are participating in meetings with their counterparts about what might be or should be for potential military formations. It is a very intense process that also focuses on institutions. On the other hand, to evaluate the stage we have reached and to discuss what we can do together in the next stage, the foreign ministers of the countries that met with Mr. Trump in New York, with the foreign ministers on Monday, we will hopefully hold a meeting in Istanbul. This meeting is quite important for us. As you know, the political situation of these 8 countries, the leaders met with Mr. Trump in New York, laying the groundwork for a very important historic agreement.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.